Baseline Coastal Mapping Project arises out of the government's marine plan, which was launched by An Taoiseach Enda Kenny in July of 2012. It was important to carry this project because the law of the sea, as laid down now in the United Nations Convention, dates from 1982. However, Ireland's baselines were first laid down in 1959, and therefore they needed to be brought up to date. There are four main zones laid down in international law to a coastal state's jurisdiction. Those are internal waters, the territorial seas, which stretch seaward to 12 miles, a contiguous zone of 24 nautical miles, and an exclusive economic zone of 200 nautical miles. Each one of these has a special type of jurisdiction and special responsibilities take place.
You have normal baselines and straight baselines. And normal baselines would be based on your low water mark, but because of the nature of the west coast and the south coast of Ireland, you have a very rugged and rocky coastline and you have a lot of indentations. So the straight baselines are agreed points that you join the points to form the straight baseline instead of using the low water mark.
Ireland has a jurisdiction of over 900,000 square kilometres of ocean space. Because our ocean space extends so far out to sea, those inaccuracies multiply the further out you get. And it is important, therefore, for our enforcement officers, be they the Naval Service officers at sea, the Sea Fishery Protection officers, the Customs and Revenue, and particularly environmental pollution, a huge issue for Ireland's fishing and tourism industry if an incident happened. These people need the backup and the legal certainty of knowing where the jurisdiction lies and where they can act.
We were approached by Geological Survey of Ireland and by the Attorney General's Office to see if we would be able to become involved in re-establishing or resurveying the positions of the 50 baseline points. So we set out to re-establish the same positions of these points but based on a single global system so that people with modern technology on board aircraft and on board shipping can actually use those in an electronic environment. There is quite a number of points off the coastline on rocks. We soon realised that we couldn't do this on our own. So we needed the support services then of people like the Air Corps and the Naval Services. So we selected a team of 5 surveyors. For them, I suppose this was a fantastic opportunity to do something that was out of the ordinary. Quite a serious amount of training to start with the Air Corps. They also then did a lot of training with the Naval Services. Even within our own operation as surveyors, it's not the type of work we do. So these guys got a great buzz out of this. Some of the points we had to plan were too far to allow us spend the time we required, because otherwise the tide would have come back in and some of our surveyors could have got pretty wet. So we had to re-establish new points along the coastline or the shoreline to give us that additional fix for the points so we could observe for slightly less time, get on, establish the point, observe for a sufficient time, and then get back off the rock. That's why we needed the assistance of the Air Corps to winch us on by helicopter and the assistance of the Naval Services to take us on from the sea by rib.
This is an example of interagency cooperation, both in the public sector and the private sector, coming together to make this happen for Ireland.
Lifeboats, Geological Survey of Ireland, Department of Foreign Affairs, Irish Coast Guard, Commissioners of Irish Lights and the Attorney General's Office. We needed that support behind us, otherwise this project would never have happened. The requirement for the accuracies on these positions is what was known as 1 arc second, which equates to approximately 30 metres of an accuracy, of absolute accuracy from a global perspective. But we have fixed these to about 1 centimetre accuracy, so there is no ambiguity about where these points are and how they were fixed. And we have 35 stations all around Ireland. Every 1 second we collect data from these satellites, and then from those baselines you can establish your 12-mile and your 24-mile and your 200-mile limits out to sea.
The ocean is a resource-rich place where Ireland can develop. It has this advantage of having 900,000 square kilometres of ocean. As technology develops and other resources are found in the oceans, Ireland is in prime position to ensure that that is exploited to our benefit, but in an environmentally sustainable manner.